I think this is probably like the most interesting team I've ever been a part of in my life. Like I've been on, well, not a lot of losing teams. I don't think I've ever been on a losing team, but I've been on teams that won, teams I knew that were just okay, and then this one was like, I felt like we were really good, and we kind of just hit our stride a little bit too late. So, I mean, sometimes that's just the way it goes, and you got to just, now we just got to rest and get better for next year.
Did you have any sense early in the season that you weren't going to be able to hit a good stride in September and early October? Was there any inkling of that behind the scenes?
It was, I don't know. It's like I said, it was weird because a lot of the games were just one play away from you being in stride or keeping a stride going. So I think that everyone always had the belief, and it was just a matter of time before we got it. It was just, yeah, like I said, it was just a little too late.
How would you describe your second season? Obviously, you had a much bigger role this year than as a rookie.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, last year I didn't get a lot of playing time, and this year, even though I wasn't, maybe like 2 to 3 targets a game, maybe I would make the most of them. And I feel like I was out there just practicing for when my role eventually expands. I really took like blocking really seriously. I'm in there on like all the duos. I'm the guy motioning in on duo, digging out whoever's most dangerous. And that made me be a professional just because, if you don't get the ball to the third quarter, you got to find a way to stay locked in the game. And just, killing dudes on the field, like the DBs or blocking them well is the way I would stay locked in.
Do you plan to work with the same wide receiver guru in the offseason?
Yeah, definitely. We're going to go harder this year because I just want to keep, just growing exponentially. And I think, I have very high goals for myself. And so the work needs to reflect that, and it will reflect that.
What is the next step for you? When you go there and you talk to Coach Leaves, you're like, this is the thing. Is there something for you?
Well, now that I have game experience, I think instead of working just fundamentals, instead of pressure steps or break points or whatever, now I can work in game scenarios a lot more, and I think that would be a big part of our regiment this year.
What was your just watching Chase do what he did? You guys are very close workout partners. Yeah. Watching what he did, what were you thinking as he blossomed during the year?
Yeah, it's like football is interesting because you see guys blossom. Like the word blossom is like always a word, or like, oh, he kind of popped out of nowhere. But I mean, if you know him, he was always that kind of player. So, and he got the opportunity to show it, and he did the most with it. So I wasn't really surprised at all.
Him and T had so much pressure on themselves with off the field stuff and wanting money and then having huge years.
Are we talking about Chase Brown or
Correct, Chase Brown.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, good.
T and Jamar. There's too many Chases.
Yeah.
T and Jamar.
Yeah.
They had a lot of pressure on them this year, and they came out and had huge years.
Yeah.
What did you take away from watching how they handled that on and off the field this year?
I think it's just being confident in their self and their ability. I think just if you're a great player, you know it and you show it, and you're a competitor, and I think that's what they are at heart. So nothing can really take that out of them.
What were conversations like flying back from Pittsburgh maybe today with T, knowing that there's a ton of uncertainty and this could be the end for him here in Cincinnati?
Yeah, I think everybody kind of knows what the deal is with that. He's a great player, and he deserves to get, paid as like for the player he is. But everybody, of course, wants him here. We had a great offense this year, and that was, credit to him being a great player. So I just want him to do what he thinks is best for himself. And I don't know, it's hard because you want to be selfish sometimes. Like, especially in his position, he wants to be selfish and make most money. But is it better, to keep this offense going, or for him to do his own thing? And that's something he's going to have to, pray on or just think about a lot.
I think Joe's kind of surprised many of us when he started to more or less campaign publicly and express confidence that he thought it could happen. Were you similarly caught off guard by that?
Not really. I think that, everybody wants him here. We have the best offense in the league by far this year, and it's because we have guys like that on the field. So I think that when you're the guy handling the offense, you'd want the best players you could possibly have, and with the chemistry that they have as well, being together since they got drafted, it's a no-brainer that he would want him back here.
Thanks, Andrei.